Hi, everyone. My name is Matt Haynes. I'm an audiobook narrator, and this is part of my series of paths for self-improvement and refreshment as an audiobook narrator and a student of audiobook narration. I'm a narrator and a teacher. Um, I like to start my week with a mantra or a certain kind of practice that makes moving through my work more mindful and has it improving just a little bit and doing so a little bit more easily and with a little bit more playfulness and fun. So, this week's path is all about choosing a path that is satisfying but not draining. So what are we talking about here? When we are tasked to work on something and we're on the clock, yeah, sometimes we don't have any choice but to just do what needs to be doing, and it is what it is. Now, for those of us who work at home, like I do, doing my narration and my coaching, the amount of choices in terms of how to pace myself and the types of work that I choose and when to stop and when to start, all of that can be pretty overwhelming. So, what I like to do, and by the way, if even when under the clock, this can be applied, I believe, because what we're talking about is mindfulness about pacing oneself and really focusing on what task plays to your strengths. And if not, what kind of help can you seek? Can you seek some help? And also how to decompress in a way that is satisfying but not draining, because we don't want to overcompensate when decompressing. Okay, so an example from narration: choosing to focus on something in a book that is going to invigorate me, or if I really have some miles to go for an evening's recording session, just underdoing it a little bit to make sure that I'm really satisfied with the night's work, not drained by it, but satisfied. So perhaps instead of 5 chapters, I go for 4 chapters and allow myself some of the transition time to decompress and also really put some extra attention into those 4 chapters. Students, usually, if taking narration lessons, there are certain focus blocks that the lessons come in. I think it's very tempting for students to want to either achieve everything at once or duck and just plow through it and then work on things later. What if, rather than both fairly draining paths, because procrastination can be draining in and of itself as well, what if there was a simple choice of, during this session or this style block, I think I would like to work on improving just a little bit my pacing because that seems to be something that's recommended. Okay, so when recording my homework, I'll focus on pacing because sometimes the teacher won't be there when you're narrating, and as frequently is the case, I should hope. And it'll be up to you to figure out what tools do you really want, what tools do you own at this point. So find and go a path that's satisfying but not draining. That's what I'm going to be working on this week. I'll get back to you with my results. You get back to me with yours. Thank you for joining me. And as your narrator and teacher of narration, I hope that our paths cross again real soon.